Well, there we are. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles for 3-Pack Thursday tonight. And I'm super pumped about tonight's episode. We've got a wonderful guest. He's coming back for a second time on Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles. Super pumped about having Vince here, the sports card ripping teacher. Hey, Vince, how you doing tonight?
I am doing very well. I'm definitely excited to be here. I was telling Zach before, I am not a night owl, but I've been excited since I got home from work today, looking forward to do this today. So it's good to be on with you, buddy.
Awesome. Super pumped about having Vince coming from the great state of Illinois, Chicago. Super pumped about it, having him on here tonight. And let's go shout out the chat before we get going here today. We got an awesome chat. People were in here like 30 minutes before. I want to shout them all out before we get going. Huge shout, Maiden's World of Wax in the house. If y'all have not seen me and Maiden and Tim and Brian from Budget Rips and we're on and Southern Fried Cards was on with us on Sunday night, man. We had a great time. Man, we went, me and Maiden and Tim stayed after talking after the stream to about 2 a.m. I think I got about 3 or 4 hours of sleep that night. But it was a great time. We had super fun by hanging out with my bros, and we always have a great time when we hang out.
And Maiden's been doing these like live streams in the morning with his AI, and I've been showing some of them to my students, and they just love it. The
that's
ones
awesome.
kind of, it wasn't like Harry Potter theme, but like that's what they said it was. And he had a Pokemon one on there that was just like a shorter video. And
I saw that one.
Yeah, they know like what the AI stuff is, and they recognize it right away. And so he's definitely killing that. In
your classroom, do you teach them a lot about AI?
You know what? They have like a STEM teacher that definitely teaches those things. There was a while where I taught a STEM class as like part of my curriculum. So I would do some like back then it'd be like stop motion videos, connects, robotics, like those kinds of things. This is definitely something new. So I don't know, I don't think that my second graders would, but I bet like the middle school would definitely kind of dabble in that eventually if they're not already.
We got Tim Incarnito Sports Cards in the house. There's my bro, man, hanging out. He's at a Mongolian barbecue tonight. Oh, man, I bet that's good tonight. I hope you enjoy that tonight, Tim. We got Sith in the house. I think I shouted Sith out, man. Great. Looking forward to Saturday night, watching the stream every Saturday night, man, the bros. Man, great streams. Really enjoy that, man. Every Saturday night I'm out there watching Spine Ticks. Loving that, man. I mean, it's like my Saturday night ritual. Back in when I was a kid, I would watch NBC, I'd watch Different Strokes and Silver Spoons and all my favorite shows on NBC. And now that's kind of what Spine Ticks is for Saturday night for me now. I'm older. I love watching Spine Ticks and Sith. And man, just like I say this every week, y'all, if you're not watching, man, check it out. It's just helping me so much with my channel here, especially with the shorts game, man. Shorts are where it's at. And I really appreciate all Sis help and he's encouraged me. I don't say this very often, but he's really encouraged me and gave me some great advice on doing these live streams, and super pumped about watching Saturday night. We got Dirk Remington in the house. Dirk's on the road. I saw he had a sports card hunt today. He was at Target and Walmart on the hunt. Dirk was on the road this weekend. Whenever Dirk's on the road, I get in there in the chat and talk with him. And if you want to talk to a really awesome person about anything, I'll talk about farming. I talk about everything with Dirk. He's a great guy. And he also went on a little bit of a antique mall hunt and was looking for toys and sports cards this weekend. So shout out to Dirk, man. I love Dirk. Chief, the BC Gaming Dispatcher. Hey, man, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, man. Really appreciate your wonderful support. Boomslang in the house, man. Boomslang. Have you ever seen Boomslang? He's got just amazing collection of sports.
I have, for sure.
Oh, man, one of the greatest collections around. I mean, you just name it, he has the sports cards. He's one of the best. And here's my bro right here, Budgie Rips, Brian, man. We got to hang out Sunday night. Budgie Rips, I'm such a huge fan of Budgie Rips. And I told him, man, Brian, I told him I had to have him on the channel here real soon because I love his Goodwill finds and all the great deals he finds out on the sports card hunt. And I'm a big fan of his channel. Super pumped about hanging out with him on Sunday night. I never got to really talk with him. That's what's awesome about this community, man. You get to meet all these cool friends and new people. As I was telling Vince before this, consider y'all friends. And I really appreciate y'all all stopping by each and every Thursday night. Appreciate you watching my videos, giving the thumbs up, subscribing, and just being here, man. It just means the world to me. I really, really do. Each and every week. I was telling Maiden on Sunday night, and Tim, this for me, sometimes life is stressful, and this to me is kind of escape and gives me a break. I know Vince probably is too, man. You're teaching all day, and you kind of get a break.
For sure.
I can tell you love doing the YouTube because I watch your videos a lot, man, and I know how much you enjoy doing it.
It's just like a small little piece of the day, but like it's so relaxing. And then like sorting the cards later on. I do like giving the cards out to the kids. Like, when they see something just shiny, they don't care who it is. Like they are all over it. And it is just like, meeting so many cool people that, and after a while you like want to hear more about like just their life and not the cards and those things, like making those connections. So it is pretty sweet. Let me ask you about budget rips. Do you ever find cards at your Goodwill? Or
do I?
Do you? Yes.
Do I?
Yes.
I do not. Now I went looking at my Goodwill the other day, but here's where I do find cards. I have a local thrift store in the town I live in. We don't have a Goodwill, but I have to go to another town or two to go to Goodwills. And I have been in there. I found nothing in those Goodwills because they're kind of in a real populated area where a lot of good people, there's a lot of hunters out there. I'll just say that. But I live in a small little town above that. And I have this little thrift store I go in. And the other day I went in there. Guess what they had? You would like this because you're from Chicago. I know you're a Cubs fan. They had a Frank Thomas starting lineup sealed in the container.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, whoa, it was only $5. And then I found this big crate of cards in there too, but it looked like a lot of junk wax. It looked like they'd gone through it, so I wasn't going to spend any money on that. And I couldn't see all the cards. But I was really surprised by that find because, one, I loved starting lineups as a kid, and it was Frank Thomas. And I kind of regret I didn't buy it because I think I was buying something for my daughters, and I just didn't have the money at the time. But I kind of regretted not getting it because it was a really cool starting lineup. And it was still in the package too. That's what was even cooler about it.
And I wish I would have had some of my starting lineups. I don't know if you saw the commenting collector, but he has a VR going with things that you kept like in the package.
Yeah.
And being an only child, I have nothing that was in the package. And my dad was like, "Oh, you should have kept all those Star Wars in the package." And I'm like, "Well, no one told me. Like when you're 12 years old, you're gonna rip it open, you're gonna play with it. It was your job to like tell me that." Yeah, so that's cool to see those things. I just wish I had some of those starting lineups back, put on the desk there a little bit, but who knows where they are now.
We got Barrett Bayhurst in the house. Hey, Barrett, man. Barrett, let me know if you're going live after this. We'll shout you out and send everybody over there after this stream. Sean, the Jedi Master in the house. Hey, Sean, coming us from Texas, Houston, Texas. Random Rips in the house, man. Tim and Random Rips, Tim and Ancanardito Sports Cards and Random Rips had a great stream last night. I was tuning in. Super pumped about seeing them guys hanging out. They were talking about cards, talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. A great stream, man. I enjoyed watching that last night. Let's see who else we got. Let's see. DM Card Opens. Dan, man. How you doing, Dan? He had a great Thursday spotlight today on some players. That was awesome. Daryl Gianardo in the house. There, Daryl. We're going to open up some mail from Daryl. Monster autograph that I won on Daryl's channel. I'm super pumped about sharing it with y'all tonight. Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah, and I did see that, so I know what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it for everyone else.
Yeah, I was super pumped. I couldn't believe I won this card. Let's see who else we got here. If I missed anybody, let's see, man. Awesome people in here. Thank y'all so much for all being here. Kyle Busch fan, Ryan Daughtry, man. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. NASCAR season started back. We had the Daytona 500 this weekend. That's awesome. Let's see.
And I see the Sean Jedi Masters here. I don't know if you mentioned him. I don't know how you keep track of the chat and you talk. I try to look at one and my concentration just loses itself.
And I'm watching the Bulls Celtics game right now. 86-74, by the way. Bulls down. Sorry, by 12.
I mean, just ask my wife. I can only do one thing well at a time. I need to focus like everything in. But he had asked
the first couple of streams was crazy, but now I've done so many now. I'm getting it.
I mean, you're a pro at this, of course. Yeah. So. But Sean asked about a like card club at my school. We don't. I'm in like the elementary building, so pretty much like with the younger kids, it's just once their day ends, we got to get them home. Either they're on the bus or parents pick them up. I would like to do it, but it's also just so busy. Like after school, I'm doing stuff like with my own kids. But if they ever offered something like that at the younger ages, I definitely would want to do it. The kids are always into it.
Yeah, that would be cool. I never think about having a card club at a school. That would be totally cool. You know, the kids would be in, especially the kids these days love the Pokemon cards. I mean, they get some that love sports cards, but they love my daughters love. I didn't like sports cards too, but they love the Pokemon cards. Good grief!
I had for Valentine's Day, a few kids gave me some they're like Valentine's Day packs, and like I opened them in class, like over my like projector there, and kind of did my little voice. And like most know by this point that I have a YouTube channel, and they were all oohing and ahhing. They wanted the Mewtwo or whatever the shiny one was and everything. And yeah, it's a big thing for sure. No one knows how to play though. I think like only a few kids a year can actually play the game. But the rest
is Prism Monopoly. Who's playing Prism Monopoly, y'all? We just want the card.
Yeah, exactly. Although
in the house, by the way. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
I said they should make like an NFL Uno game or a baseball Uno game. Like we love to play Uno. If we go out somewhere and we have to like wait in line or wait for dinner or something, like my wife will break out the Uno cards, and usually one of the boys like ends their day a little bit grumpy, but we try to teach them, hey, you got to be a good loser as well. Not everyone gets to win.
Can't always win. My dad, he used to always let me win, but then there were a couple of games he would beat me just to teach me to say, hey, Zach, sometimes you don't always win. Well, I didn't always win as an athlete, so I kind of got that. But
I wish that my dad would have let me win in basketball a few times. He's probably 6'5", a little bit like wider, bigger build than I am, and like he used to just like dominate me. Like it was rough. And even he's a little older now, but when they first moved to Florida, I would play racquetball with him, and he would never move the center of the court, and I'm like running around him, and he's like flaring the elbows here, and it was I was like 30 some years old getting beat up by your dad that's in his 60s. And
that's awesome. Shout out, that's awesome, man. Southern Fried Cards in the house. Man, Glenn, Jamie, I enjoyed really being on with them. They're great couple. It's good to see a couple there collecting cards. Man, y'all, if y'all are not subscribed to Southern Fried Cards, y'all go jump on the bus. Let's help grow them, man. They're a great couple. They love a lot of vintage cards, a lot of stuff I grew up collecting. Probably Vince did too. Vince, did you collect it? When did you start collecting as a kid?
I remember like 87 Topps being the first set that I collected. I was 7 years old, like getting the Mark McGuire's. Like I just had tons of them. And then, pretty much all the way through, probably right around maybe like 96, 97, it kind of stopped a little bit there. And then picked it up maybe about probably 6 or 7 years ago with the boys. But like we were just buying like the clearance packs at Meijer once they went on sale there. And that just, I like missed opening the packs. I always kind of like keep an eye on the hobby a little bit, but definitely good to be back.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Yoda Vintage Cards, aka the Guru, aka the Bipster. Hang on. We're gonna open up a ton of mail from Echo, his wife, and him tonight. They had this awesome live stream on Saturday a couple weeks ago, and you could win a ton of secret surprises. I don't know what they are. We're gonna open them up tonight and find out what they are. We got Barrett. I said Barrett. Sensei Domino in the house. Sensei Tony coming to us from Texas. Man, look at all these people he's shouting out. That's awesome, man.
Got a bunch of people here. Awesome.
Man, yeah, that's what I love, man. We got people all over the country, man, from Chicago, us in Georgia. We got Texas. We got California. Other day I was telling my daughters, talking about Sith. I was like, Sith, he lives near Hollywood, y'all. I was telling my daughters, that's where they make all the movies. They were really like, wow. They were really impressed by that, Sith. Let's see what else. Titus in the house. There he is. We were talking about Titus mailing packages to Titus, and that was before the stream. Vince and I were talking about packages in Japan, and he's telling me how it doesn't cost a lot to mail stuff to Japan. I didn't know that.
It's not that bad. Just like a couple bucks, put it through like the non-machinable or whatever. But I was telling Zach, I had mailed one, maybe 2 to Titus, got there just fine. But this one package, it took like almost 2 months to get to him. We both like wrote it off. Like I was saying, either like Cliff Clavin or Newman were, stealing the mail from us, but eventually it just ended up there. So it's amazing what that little stamp could do. Just travel things across the world.
Yep. Maine says, unless you live in Canada. Yeah, I've heard some stories lately about mailing in Canada, how they've gone up in their prices.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it costs a good bit. I've mailed some stuff up to Canada too. Good grief. And Sports Card 24/7 Theo, he lives in Maine, right? He lives almost near the Canadian border. And he says, man, it costs so much. It costs him like so much money just to mail a letter like a mile or two, but it's cheaper for him to mail a letter all the way to California.
Really?
Yeah. He was saying that because there's something with the shipping and all that. So,
and I've done a couple of his breaks, and it's always a good time. It's like inexpensive to do it also, and
I like his frugal. I don't bind the breaks, but if I did, I would go with Theo because Theo does it right, man, and he's a great guy in the community, very positive. And if I was a supporter breaker, it'd be Theo, man, because he does it at great prices, and he does it right, man. He's a great guy.
And then the way that I look at it is, we could go to the movie theater for, everyone's like $6 a ticket. The kids have to have popcorn. They have to have a pop. But a lot of times, like, we'll just, enter one of Theo's breaks. The boys now sit there and talk sports and, listen to the stream and everything. So I see it as like a form of entertainment. I'm not going to get, the most valuable card in the world doing it, but just doing something with the kids. My wife will go sit off in the back room somewhere, read her book. So it's a win for her also. But there's some breaks. I saw someone that bought into like, it was on Twitter, a NBA Prism or something break for like Wembanyama and spent like $1,000 or something on the Spurs. And he got 3 base Wemby cards.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
Man.
That's right.
Just great channel right here. Look who just joined us, man. 3 good nerds in the house. Always when you say this in your videos, Vince. School's in session,
Class is in session.
Class is in session. That's it.
And the thing is now, like, whenever like Grammar Jacks will come in, sometimes they'll say like greetings and welcome, and it drives my wife like crazy. She's like, you guys have got to say something else. And it's like, the kids are always like in and out, doing sports with the neighbors and everything. And they're like, oh, greetings and welcome. And
that's awesome. I love that. Last week I had Brian Basketball on here, and I had him do every time somebody came in here on the chat, he had a tutu. And then at the end, he did a special Pat song. It was because, he always does that on his videos. So I got the class session for Vince tonight. That's as good as well, man. Man, it's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. This is such a fun. And a huge shout out to DK. DK, have it your way, baby. Let's go. He's in the chat today. Thank you, DK, man. He's come to us from the great state of Kentucky. All right, so y'all, I'm going to turn it over to Vince now to let him talk about his channel and talk a little bit about himself, what he collects. And I'm super pumped about having Vince here. He's one of my friends here. He joined me back in, October, September with Lively. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I was thinking the other day, I said, I got to have Vince back because I wanted Vince to come back to let him, I want to give him more of the spotlight tonight because I felt bad because I didn't give it. We had Lively on here with us too. And so I said, you're going to give Vince his own night because he deserves it, man. He's really killing it with these videos. I love watching Vince's breaks, man. He talks about a lot of history of the different players. You have like a number of the day, right? Where you call out like a certain number every
yeah. So like from lesson 0 all the way to like lesson 99, which is like episode 99 or whatever, it'll be a athlete of the day. So like number of the day. So like class 17 was like Mark Grace, my favorite player growing up. But now that we're like over 100 days of school, it could either be like another number. So like 103 could have been like number 3 for Babe Ruth or Dale Murphy for you. Or I'll look and see who has like a birthday on that day also. And that's kind of like the number of the day. And I've been doing that in my math classes for probably 20 years almost. So each math class in their little like notebook they have, because there is no like math textbook anymore like we used to have. It's all just like sheets of paper, and they have nothing to show like at home how they do the thing. So I make our own little notebook, and I'll just tell the kids about an athlete each day. And when I taught 4th grade, a lot of the kids would just be asking me questions. So like it would take like 7 or 8 minutes. The kids knew if I started talking about it, like we're not going to get to the math right away. So I've always enjoyed doing that, just sharing a little bit of like the history of sports, like things that I enjoy. Usually it's, one of my favorite teams player, but just, someone in history as well that I feel like sometimes this generation doesn't always know about. And I'm also finding out some things as well as I do a little bit of research.
Sean Jedi Master's a teacher, and I didn't shout this guy out. Triple X hockey, let's see, cards and stuff. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. There you go.
We have a guy here in the community. He's mostly a comic book guy, and his name is HAK, but he likes to be called Hack. And I call him when he came on here HAK, but sometimes, sorry if I'm mispronouncing y'all's names, man. I love y'all out there. I really appreciate y'all joining us tonight, man. And he's a school teacher too, just like Sean the Jedi Master. I work at a college, so I don't know if that relates. I don't teach. I have worked with students before. I used to run the sustainability program at the college I work at, so I would work a lot with the students, and I used to have a lot of student workers work for me. I don't anymore, but I did back I've been working there 22 years at college, so I love the education atmosphere, especially on a college atmosphere, and it's really fun. I've been there 22 years, and so I do get a little bit of that. I'm not in the high school, middle school, or elementary school level, but
you're really. I mean, if you're in college, higher education, I'm still in second grade. In fact, they took me down a couple of years when I was in fourth grade, a second. So, yeah, I'm sure. Are there sports at your school as well, like different, like teams to support, basketball, volleyball, football, or anything?
Yeah, we have a huge sports program. In fact, our sports program, we play NAIA.
Okay.
And we have a football program, one of the best football programs in the country in NIA. We've been to the NIA. It was about 10 years ago. We were in the NIA National Championship.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We lost to a school in Indiana, not Indiana Wesleyan, but it was what was the name of that school we lost to? St. Francis. School. And but we play all over the Southeast and across the country, but we have a really great football team. One of our head coaches of our football team is now the new offensive coordinator at Navy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was the head coach at Mercer University, and now he's going to be he just got hired as the offensive coordinator for Navy this year.
So I am guessing he's still going to run the triple option, or is he going to bring something new to Navy?
He probably will. I can't remember. He was a great coach. He played at Georgia when I was at Georgia, but he didn't get to play a lot. But then he went on to be coaching. He coached. He was an assistant at Furman University for a while, and then he became our head coach for a few years. And then he went on to be head coach at Mercer, and now he's going to be the offensive coordinator.
Oh wow, that's awesome! So you're going to see him on the sidelines there for sure. That'll be awesome to see.
Yeah, Navy's, I love watching the Army-Navy game every year. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yep. Well, a lot of awesome chat in here. Yeah, Canadian card breakers in the house. Shout out to my Canadian brothers, man. CCB Jason, man, what a great person in this card community, man. I love watching. Jason puts a lot of videos out in the morning when I'm riding to work in the morning. I'm watching his hockey breaks and Bedard hunting. Here's hey, talk about Bedard hunting. This man right here lives in Chicago, the home of Bedard, man. You pumped about the Blackhawks' future and what's going on with them?
I am, and as a youth, the Hawks had some good teams with Jeremy Roenick, Dirk Graham, Steve Larmer, Ed Belfour, Chris Chelios, and it was so sad when they just tore apart those teams. I remember when they traded Jeremy Roenick for, I think it was Igor Kravchuk, and I was still maybe 10, 12, 13 years old. And I didn't get the whole thing. And at that time, the Hawks were not on TV for their home games. Bill Wirtz wanted you to go down to the United Center, or the stadium back then that it was called, and none of the games were televised. If you wanted to watch a home playoff game, you had to buy Hawks Vision, which usually someone in the neighborhood would buy, and all the parents kind of just toss them a few bucks. But I always enjoyed watching hockey. But there was a long time where the Blackhawks were terrible. They were bad. And I just stopped watching, really. And then once, Bill Wirtz did pass away, his son Rocky took over. And then the home games were on TV again. So that was fun to watch. And they drafted Kane, Taves, and, 3 cups later, definitely a good run there. And it's fun to watch Bedard. He's back after his injury now. And he just needs some help. It's a bad hockey team. One guy is not going to fix it, but at least there's a little bit of hope now. And for me,
I watch a lot of their games, and like they struggle, but it's exciting to see him play. It's going to be
watch him play is awesome.
I got some huge shout outs. Poor Mike in the house coming to us from Florida, man. Poor Mike, man. He's awesome. Got to be on Spine Ticks with him a couple of months ago. Great guy. Y'all go subscribe to poor Mike. He's got an awesome channel. But then we also got another special guest who's just joining us, y'all. 8 days into the spinach hunt. Vince, are you doing it this year? Are you ready for the spinach? Do you have your Allen and Ginter?
I did it last year for the first time, and like it was fun to meet like so many people. And I was like, man, Freedom Suffer from the Netherlands, right?
Oh, I love Freedom Suffer. He's back in Canada now. I watched Freedom Suffer this morning, man. He ripped a blaster of Series 2 2021 on the Kirill Kaprizov hunt. One of Julie's favorite Minnesota Wild. And he pulled like 2 or 3 young guns out of a blaster this morning. He pulled a lot of cool cards.
Really?
Before I went to work this morning.
Well, I'm going to watch that.
I love Freedom Suffer. He has these things. Like, I walk around the house going, "Hey now," my daughter's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "That's Freedom Suffer, man. He does a great video."
And I love like the Macho Man stuff also.
Yeah,
I was telling him that Macho Man went to high school at Downers North, and he always does his videos like outside and stuff. I'm like, I need to do a video from there one day, from like the football field or something of Downers North in his honor. I have not done that yet, but I need to.
So next week, y'all, I'm going to have next Thursday night, I got another Chicago resident coming to join me, and he is going to come talk about the spinach hunt. And guess who that is? It's Doug from Don't Talk to Robot.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah,
all right.
We're going to have a little bit of a spinach hunt, Eve festival here. Mm-hmm. And then on Friday night, I'm going to go live here and do my spinach hunt right here. I think we'll go early. We're going to go about 7 or 8 o'clock at night before Aaron Sports Cars and Things goes live, and some other friends out there go live. I don't want to interfere with them. Don't want to cross stream, but going to go do that next week. Going to have 2 live streams next week, getting ready for the big spinach hunt. I love it. This is going to be my 3rd year doing it, and I have so much fun doing it. This year we're hunting for the CN Tower. Shout out to all my Canadian friends. I'm going to hunt for some goose, and then we're going to hunt for spinach. I got all 3 years. And then last night, I just bought a 2023 Allen & Ginter blaster off eBay. I got it like around $20. I was super pumped about it. Made some bids out there, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
And last year when Top started like taking away all their sets, I was like, they can't take away Allen & Ginter just because of the spinach hunt. Luckily, they didn't. Maybe Julie just called over there and said, "Hey, you guys, don't be messing with all these sets now." But that was awesome. And I'm definitely
I played for the spinach hunt all year long. When Allen & Ginter went on sale and clearance back in the fall, I was really debating whether I should go ahead and buy my blaster now for the spinach hunt, because I was always thinking about it, but I didn't. But somehow I got cheap. Once again, sometimes I get too cheap and I miss out on stuff. Here's another Chicago native right here, Papa and Baby Bear. He went live last night from a local card shop and was ripping some RPG hockey. I was jumping in there. Did you check that out, Vince? Were you there?
I did, and that was actually, I was cooking dinner and then I had to go to practice, but that's where we exchanged our MVP buybacks at that shop. And it was funny because he was saying about like how many minutes he is away from home, and Atlanta traffic is bad. Like Chicago.
Oh, you've been to Atlanta, Vince? It's horrible. It's the worst in the nation.
I know. And in like Chicago here, if you're going somewhere like in the morning before rush hour, it could take you 20 minutes to get there. During rush hour, it could be like 60 minutes. Just terrible. And I've drove through Atlanta traffic. My parents live in Florida, and I have drove down there a couple times. After being stuck twice, I like planned the whole trip around Atlanta's traffic.
Yes.
Avoiding rush hour, but there is no like calm. Yes. And I eventually did learn how to do that. Yes.
Yeah, that'll take you around to outer areas. Here he goes. Julie says this. Who shout out Aaron Sports Cars and Things? We were talking about you just a few minutes ago, Aaron. Super pumped about having Aaron here. Aloha Fridays tomorrow night, y'all. Y'all go jump in, come hang out. What an awesome time with the car community, man. We all come together there on Friday night after a long week of working. But Julie said this real quick. I want to mention this. Sean Red Rum is going to give away some entry spots and is live on March 1st, y'all. So go jump on Josh's channel, Red Rum, and get into that, man. That's going to be awesome, y'all. If you don't have a channel or you want to win some spots in there, that's super awesome. Let's see who else we got here. Man, a lot of awesome conversation. Thank you all for being here, man. Look at Barry, Atlanta traffic. That's right. Woo! I one time lived near the Brave Stadium, where the Brave Stadium is now. It wasn't the Brave Stadium then, but and it was right there at 75 in the perimeter. You know, right where the perimeter goes around Atlanta, right there. And one time, I swear, it took me 3 hours to get from where I worked at the Atlanta Botanical Gardens to right there because the traffic was so bad. It was bad. Yeah. Let's see who else we got here. Anybody else I missed? There we go. All right. So many awesome people here. I really appreciate it. Sorry, Vince, I keep interrupting, but keep going there.
Not at all.
These people are awesome. I'm supporting us. I want to shout them out.
I'm in my second year of doing sports card ripping teacher. And for the most part, I always do it during my lunch break. I'll warm my food really quick. And then, I'll do a little introduction, try to say something about like, you know, the day's sporting events or like something before. I keep waiting to say, you know, Cody Bellinger is signed with the Cubs, but that has not happened yet. And then, like Zach said, I'll have a number of the day. And then I'll open usually this year, probably 2 to 3 packs. If it's something new, maybe I'll do like a blaster box. Just, you know, the price of everything is going up, whether it's cards, gas, milk, eggs. So just trying to like make things stretch a little bit longer. And I do give a lot of cards away to my students.
Didn't you just recently pull an Ohtani auto? Like a big Ohtani card.
I did. I actually, it's over here. I was doing, you know, I'm trying to get into the shorts game a little bit. So
yeah, let's go. That's the way to go.
So over Christmas, I did the Ohtani Days of Christmas, trying to, you know, sway Ohtani to Chicago, which didn't work. But during one of those videos, I did pull this Ohtani autograph. It's out of 10.
Wow.
It was from Top Fire. It's on card. And I like just couldn't believe it. And I did this. I did my like normal rip for like the class that day. And then before lunch was over, I would do a short video and then post it in like the evening. I like couldn't even talk the rest of the day. I like just wasn't making sense. I kept on like thinking of this card. I'm like, did I really get an Ohtani autograph? And it was just like mind blowing to me. And I did actually, when I had the buybacks, I'm like, I don't know about you. I am definitely interested in what you got with yours, but I'm like, I'm going to buy something that I wouldn't normally just buy anyways. You know, they had.
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about this because this is one of the topics I wanted to talk about because I watched your video about your cards on that. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't interrupt. It was great, man. By the way, y'all got to go watch Vince's video of his pickups. He got
so there were 2.
He had the boys with him too. Great.
And I kind of want to get into like a little vintage. And I was thinking, okay, I should collect maybe like it's either Ron Santo, Ernie Banks, Bart Starr, maybe. And they had a Bart Starr like vintage card there. And it seemed to me like a little bit overpriced, like not terrible. It was graded. And I was like, I'm paying with buyback. So I don't want to say, hey, would you take $20 off of this? And here's a bunch of Ohtani and like Acuna cards. If I was paying cash, maybe I would. But they did have this Ohtani rookie card, Gem Mint 10. And I was like,
oh, wow.
I'm never just going to buy this with my own money. So like instead of buying like some blaster boxes or something or a hobby box, you know, let's get this. You know, Graham and Jax, they bought some cards also. So it was just fun to go and spend some stuff. And I also, where's it at here? We went to another shop and I got a Ron Santo autograph on a bat relic there.
Oh, wow.
You can see that or not. And I told us like a few times on my channel and one other time even, you know, Ron Santo, he had diabetes. He eventually had 2 prosthetic legs. He eventually lost his life as well. But I would see him at Wrigley, like when I was working, and just so like upbeat, like giving like thumbs up. He was actually the unofficial batting coach for the pitchers. During like batting practice, he would be down there like talking to Kerry Wood, Carlos Zambrano, like giving them tips and everything. And he would have a cane on his side or just, you know, a full of life guy. And I always wanted his autograph, but I'm like, I'm not going to ask him for his autograph. Like it just never seemed right. So I would kind of look on eBay a little bit once in a while to see if I can find anything. And kind of the same thing there. I'm like, I wouldn't just normally go in there and buy it with cash, but having these buybacks like made it a lot easier to do.
When I went into my store, Giant Sports Cards, shouting them out, man. I went in there and I had my 3 cards. I said, "Hey, is this $60?" He said, "Yeah, just go pick out anything you want in the store, $60." So I looked around and he had in their store they had like a wall of singles, and then he had some little place to get singles. But I really thought I was going to get some retail wax. I really want to get some wax so I could rip here on the channel. But then I started thinking to myself, I can get a lot of retail racks like here on eBay. I can get a lot of retail stuff online. And I thought, man, this is my chance. I don't get now. I live up in the hills of North Georgia, and I was driving down to Stone Mountain, Georgia, where my parents live because my daughters were staying down there for winter break. So this was my one. I don't get to go to many local card shops because they're not like. When I grew up in Atlanta, they were everywhere. But up here where I live, there's no local card shops. So that's why I hunt a lot for retail, y'all, because I don't have local card shops. I either have to get it online or I have to get it at Walmart or Target. So I was like, I'm at a hobby shop. I've got to get some hobby stuff. So I looked around and, a lot of hobby stuff is, $100, $200. $60 doesn't really make much of a dent in hobby. But then I saw they had some MLS hobby, some Bootland Visa hobby. It was under $60. But then I saw the Star Wars, that Topps Chrome Black Star Wars, and I thought, man, I'm such a huge Star Wars fan, and I want to get one auto, and who knows, the checklist is pretty good. And then you usually get 3 other cards, and one of them's usually numbered. So I was like, you know what? This might be my only chance to ever get a hobby box. So I was like, and it's only going to cost me $8. So and then the funny thing is I didn't do much research on this Topps Chrome Blaster, but then I went and did some research on it after I bought it, and some have been selling for like $80 to $100 on eBay. So I thought,
really? Oh, nice.
I don't know if I might have changed my mind about ripping it. I may keep it sealed, and I might just sit on it. I don't know. I mean, I have a sealed wax collection, and I might just add it because I don't have any hobby in my sealed wax collection, so I might not rip it. I don't know. I'm kind of pondering just keeping it in the sealed wax because the value of it keeps going up. So,
no, they look sharp. I forget who I saw opening some, but they are very nice looking cards, and I like Star Wars also. And I've often seen the cards a lot. I'm like, man, maybe I'll just buy like a couple blasters. But like with me, it's like I can always go without. But once I get that little taste of it, I'm like, oh, we got to get into this a little bit more now. So I'm like staying away so I don't go down that rabbit hole. But they are beautiful cards, whether you open them or not.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. And I saw some great singles and some really nice, they had like a Lou Brock card that I could have gotten. But I was like, I didn't see any. There was no Dale Murphys. There was no card that I really, really wanted, single wise. And, I do love singles, y'all. I know y'all see me doing a lot of retail, but I do love singles. And man, I love y'all's pickups, especially the boys. I love the story you were talking about with, I think it was one of your boys they had the free cards out and they kept wanting to grab That would be me as a kid. I'd be going for the free stuff.
Like whenever we go there, usually the boys will ask some of their friends to go, and they're talking about like what they want to get and everything. And if it's baseball season's coming up, guys are wanting Acuna's or like Eloy's big here. Graham likes Christopher Morel, and Jack's like, I'm gonna dig through that free box. And I'm like, you go get it, buddy. Yeah, but he had like 10 Tatises. I'm like, put most of those away. Take one.
Yeah. I love this comment. Barry says there should be local card shops on every corner like a Dollar General. Man, in the county that I live in, we have $6 Generals. Now, we don't have a Chick-fil-A. We don't have a Publix. We don't have a movie theater in our own town. But we have $6 Generals within like a few miles. So I totally know what you're saying there, Barry. I'm with you, man. All right, man. Awesome people in the chat here. Yeah. But I really enjoyed that video. You kind of got me a little fired up about going to my local card shop because I went to my local card shop right after after I saw your video. So Vince, you were getting me pumped with those buybacks. But last year I didn't buy any Topps Chrome because I felt like last year's Topps Chrome unless you got Julio in the short print.
Right.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't worth buying. I don't think I ever bought last year's, but this year's I love the checklist, and I felt like even if I don't get an Acuna or a Tawny, man, there's Corbin Carroll, there's Michael Harris, and I was seeing a lot of good stuff pulled out of this year's Chrome. They had some good people. Fanatics did a good job with Topps Chrome this year, so I always felt like it was a good rip. Even if you didn't get the Tawny or Acuna, I got lucky in that I got 2 Acunas and the 2 blasters that I opened, but.
And you know what? Like, really, I was not going to buy much either. I bought the one hobby box. I was surprised when like Fanatics or Topps released it. It was 125 for like the hobby box. I was like, this is probably going to be 175. I'm not going to buy it. When it was 125, I'm like, okay, we got in the budget, so let's do this. And then I was not going to buy any blasters, but every once in a while, the Fanatics codes will work for cards also, and it's not every time. It's like few and far between, and it was like
I noticed it on clearance. On clearance, it does. Clearance items on Fanatics, it does, really? But it doesn't on the regular. But here's the thing: I found a great deal. Okay, and I'm gonna share y'all. I'm gonna do a video on this, y'all. Go to Walmart and buy 3 cans of Pringles. Okay, and there's a website. I did a little insert on it. And submit those 3. Oh man, I can't remember the name of the website, but if it's through Fanatics, you submit 3 cans of Pringles, and they'll send you a $15 gift card to Fanatics, and you can use those on any cards, clearance or non-clearance.
Okay.
Now there's a deal that I posted on a video I did where you went and bought hamburger buns and mayonnaise, and then you get a big credit of Fanatics, but that only worked on clearance items. But the one I found with the Pringles, it's like a gift card. It's not like a promo discount thing like the other one.
Okay,
was.
so you get like a little gotcha.
Yeah.
So
I
remember the one
did.
You last night shared.
What's that?
Go ahead. Was that me? Okay. Well, sorry. No, I remember like probably last Christmas you had shared one with like El Paso, I think.
Yeah.
Where you bought like the beans and whatever for like a taco kit, which you're probably going to buy anyways. And then you got the gift card. You know, those are nice little incentives just to take a little bit off. But I eventually got those Chrome blasters for $25 each.
Yep.
Just with the coupon code. And
that was a good one.
Looking for bargains. I
got a base, but my Braves hat, and I got a Hulk Hogan action figure for $10 with that one. But this one with Pringles, y'all, it's great, man. And you can only use it once. And what it is, it's a $15 gift card. Now, last night, what I did was I took that $15 gift card, and I had somehow in my Fanatics account, they occasionally will give you $10 in cash rewards in there. I had $10 in cash rewards, right? I used the $15, and then I paid, I think, $8 or $9 on a gift card I had, and I got me a blaster box of Series 1. A Fanatics exclusive box last night.
Nice. Okay, there you go.
It was only like $8 or $9 after all that. And I love Pringles, y'all. I know there's some. Hope everyone likes Pringles. Dude, I'm a Pringles addict. Okay, I'm going to rehab soon. I love Pringles. I go to Subway every day for lunch, and I eat half a can of Pringles with it. I eat Pringles with my dinner. So for me, it's not like something. It's something I'm already buying anyway. So
Daryl's saying that his Monday night card break is going to have Pringles for a long, long time.
That's right. You ought to check out Daryl's Monday Night Crew. If you go to Daryl's Facebook page, I watch it every Monday night. I jump in there in the chat and shout out. And it's a kitchen table box breaks. And it's great, man. I get a jump on there sometimes and I chat. Say, pull some fire, Daryl. I'm watching them all the time every Monday night. It's a great group of guys and ladies hanging out there ripping cars, and they're having a good time. Let's see. They quit taking the El Paso code for cars. I got $50 hoodie for free. Well, you know, I think it worked on discounted stuff, Kevin, but it didn't work on the like regular items. But hey, I got a Hulk Hogan action figure and a Braves hat for $10, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Daryl's going to ShopRite to get that Pringles. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. I'm so pumped to have all y'all here tonight. Thank you so much. Vince, I'm gonna kind of go off camera. I'm gonna rip some stuff tonight, and I'm gonna kind of let you talk. So, are you ready?
I am ready. I am ready here, man.
Here you go, y'all. I'm gonna turn this over to Vince now. Let me put this on the solo. Oh man, I'm having a hard time. Let's see. Okay.
There we go. There we go. So Zach is a total pro, just looking at the chat and still like communicating with everyone else here, which is always hard for me to do. I just hope he comes back. I don't know if anyone.
I'm here.
Right, well, when Lively and I were on, I think maybe it was like a storm around your area.
Oh, that was wild.
So at first, like him and I were in like, I don't know if it was like Step Brothers. We're like, what do we do now that he's gone? But I just started like interviewing him there a little bit. So I actually brought a few packs to open here. So maybe as we're waiting for Zach to get his stuff, I'm going to rip one here. And I got a Topps Chrome Platinum. I don't know if anyone else is trying to build this set, but it's 500 cards this year. It was like 700 last year. And is a decent, price product. I feel like it's something where the hobby boxes were like 75. You get those delight boxes for 50, and pretty good colors coming out of everything. There
so many autos coming out of the blasters of those. I've seen Pete Alonso, Mike Trout autos. Doc's card pulled a Mike Trout auto. Huddle Card Collection pulled a monster auto out of his.
Nice, awesome. Well, hopefully I can get one here. Maybe even a Dale Murphy. Let's see here. J.P. Crawford, definitely not an autograph there. Nolan Arenado.
There you go.
Randy Arozarena. And T.J. Friedel. Definitely not an autograph there. So let's maybe do one more here. I just like, getting all the color. You feel like you're a winner, like opening packs when you get an autograph or something numbered in there.
That's the thing, man. I just love ripping packs, man. It goes back to my childhood and bringing back good memories. And
yep. And I'm actually doing like a little short series right now with these because I did buy like a decent amount of them. And I've seen my own boys open these and they get to, I think it's like a Willie Stargell. And they're like, who's this? And I was like, okay, maybe you don't know who it is. You guys are still pretty young, but like the kid should know who some of these great players are. So in my short series, I'm just kind of talking about these players like lifetime accomplishments. Pretty simple, short to do, but it's been fun so far. All right, we got a Mark McGwire.
Oh, I love that. That's in his Cardinals too, isn't it?
It is a Cardinals one. Yep.
See, I'm a big McGwire collector. I probably have more Mark McGwires than I do any player.
Really?
Even Dale Murphy, man. He was my favorite growing up as a kid. I mean, I know there's all the things, but as a kid, him and Jose Canseco, man, that was just a great team.
Oh, the Bash Brothers. Yeah, that was fun. I always thought they would have won more than just the one a World Series, but it was a duo for sure. Got a Trevor Story. And this guy here, like whenever I think of Bartman, I always think of this guy here. If Moises Alou wasn't jumping up and down, crying about it, like this poor guy never would have had all the troubles that
the curse is over, man. The Bartman curse is over. So
that's
a good thing. Poor guy, man.
It is over. And I actually I sold the beer to Moises Alou when I was working at Wrigley Field the one year. They were playing the Astros, and Moises was on the Astros side, down pretty low. And he paid cash. He tipped very well. And I wanted to shake his hand, because he's a player and everything. But, there was always those famous stories of how Moises never wore batting gloves. So I wasn't quite sure if I just shake his hand or not there. So I kind of left that one alone there. Got a Ryan Howard, man. He was a hitter right there for the Phillies.
Yeah. Bronco Baseball Card Illustrated sent me his auto.
Oh,
my
really?
favorite autos. Yeah, my collection. Oh. And, I always think of The Office, Ryan Howard, right. And they used to have that joke.
Right. All right, here's for the Yankee fans right over here. Yogi Berra. That's
there you go, Daryl.
Right there.
Dale Gianardo is a big Yankees fan.
And I just want to show one more thing. I can open another pack later or something. But on my channel, I keep on talking about the Topps Black Gold that I won as a kid. And I always forget to bring it. So I feel like sometimes people think, oh, he's probably lying. He doesn't have it. So if you're not quite sure, here's the Topps Black Gold from last year. Got an Aaron Judge right there.
That's nice. Look at that.
But as a kid, I got in a pack of I think it's 94, or I won actually in 93 and 94. Here's the black gold card that they send you.
Oh, look
that
at
you
that.
won.
Totally
And then
cool.
these are the ones.
Go back to that one. What are all the every one of those pictures? That's like a different photo of them.
It is, yeah. So like actually this one here is the one from 94. And it has all the players on there. See who's on here. Alomar, Baerga, Albert Bell, Travis Fryman, Fielder, Joe Carter, Juan Gone, Ken Griffey Jr., Chris Hollis, Kenny Lofton, Randy Johnson. And then here's one of the other ones I won.
Terry Pendleton, man. Loves him. Third base coach.
I put that on top for you. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
And then my favorite one out of there would have been the Ryan Sandberg.
Oh, yeah, I love Rhino, man. You know, as a kid, I got 2 Ryan Sandbergs from my neighborhood kid in trades, man. They're like my favorite. I got his Fleer, and then I got his Donruss in a trades rookie. And they're like some of my favorite cards in my collection, man. I love Ryan Sandberg, man. Rhino is one of my favorites.
He's actually battling a prostate cancer now. So, you know, thoughts to him and everything. I'm sure he's beat it and everything. But, you know, and also with him, he wanted to manage the Cubs also. And he was in their minor league system for probably 7 or 8 years, like riding the buses, but he never got the chance with the Cubs in the major leagues. He eventually went on to the Phillies, had maybe 2 or 3 year managing career. But yeah, one of my favorite players for sure.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna come back. Here we go. Let's I'm gonna exit you out of solo. And okay, and then I'm going to the big screen. Here we go. Uh-oh, I need to change something real quick. Y'all, you're going to see my nasty office for 2 seconds. Hang on. Okay, let's see. I can turn this around. All right. Here we go. All right, we're all set up here in the studio. And look, y'all, we're going to rip. Let me see how the camera works here. We're going to rip. Hang on here. Okay. There we go. We're going to rip 7 packs tonight. And I need to put myself back in solo. Hang on. Hold on. I'm going to put you aside.
I'm kind of texting with the chat here as we're going on. So.
Yeah. Sorry. Hang on. Let's do this. All right. I'm going to go solo here. Okay. There we go. Hang on. There we go. All right. There we are. Woo! All right. Give Vince a break. Every week, y'all, you get to see my nasty office for just a few seconds. Okay. So we're going to rip 7 packs of Donruss packs I got at Family Dollar. Watch my video where we took aluminum cans and scrapped them, and we got $14 in Donruss feeder packs. We're on a CJ Stroud hunt tonight.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, he'd shout Chance with Collectibles in the house. Hey, Chance. Super pumped about having Chance stop by. Hey, Chance, thanks for going. Then we got a ton of mail. Now, I don't know. We'll start first. Let's start with the mail first. Are you ready? This is coming from South Georgia, from Echo, living her best life at 60, and Guru, who's now Yoda Vintage Cards. And they had this awesome live stream all day where they had giveaways you could win. And we're going to rip open this. And I'm going to rip it all. I'm going to rip all this off camera and just show you what I got as we go. Also, we got some mail from Colorado from Amazing Cars, and I got an awesome auto we'll finish it off with from Daryl, who's here in the chat. This is a monster auto, y'all. I'll just say that. So, man, I got like 5 or 6. Good grief. I won a ton of stuff. Like, you could win like 6 times in their giveaway, and I don't know what I won, so we'll find out. There you go. It's in a nice little envelope. Shout out to the Guru and Echo, man. I'm super pumped for them. And here's look at here, man. Got some awesome cards. We got
nice. This
is so cool. Okay. We'll start off with, oh, man, good grief. Oh, wow. Hold on. Okay. We got Al Herboski right here from the Archives 2021. That's super cool.
And he was kind of crazy,
we got a monster card. Look at this. I don't have this in the PC either. Oh, we got 2 great cards. Hold on. This is super pumped. I do not have this. This is the Fleer 80. Oh, my gosh. This is a monster. I should put this in a top loader. Good grief. This is a 1981 Dale Murphy right here. Pound, do it for Dale, man. Oh, I love this card.
Very nice.
That is sweet. And then I have a Freddie Freeman right here in Topps Heritage. Man, I love Freddie, man. MV free. year's that from? Whoa, that's 2012 Freddie Freeman. That's like a second year. Goodness gracious. Wow, that's Topps Heritage 2000. That's like a second year Freddie Freeman right there. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Monster cards right there. Huge thanks. And I got more. That's just envelope number 1. Good grief. I got 2 more to go. All right. Huge shout out. Y'all go jump on Yoda Vintage Cards. Y'all, his link is in the description. And Echo, living my best life at 60. Echo's near 800 right now. She's on the march to 1K. I'd love to see her get to 1K before the end of this year. And then, we got more cards. Here you go. You ready? Here's Action Pack Jim Palmer, man. That's awesome. Jim Palmer was one of my favorites as a kid. And then we have Hall of Famer Rod Carew. I love that card. I love Rod Carew, man. One of my first baseball cards ever was a Donruss 83 Rod Carew. And then we have Manny Mota right here for the Dodgers. Oh, that's super cool, man. Those are awesome. Man, these are some great cards. Thank you so much.
Those Action Pack cards were fun as a kid. I always liked them.
Yeah, me too. I agree. We have three on 3-Pack Thursday from them, so thank you so much. Man, this is awesome. And there are more cards. All right, here we go. We have Bobby Gretsch right here. Dizzy Dean. There's a legend. And Gil Hodges right there in this Brooklyn Dodgers with their Action Pack. Those are cool. I don't think I have any of those guys before. That's super cool. Huge thanks out to Echo and Guru, Yoda Vintage Cards, and here's another one. Hold on, I got 4. Wait a minute. I might be wrong. Oh, wait, I got 5. I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's a late night mail delivery.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Southern Boys in the house. Shout out to them, man. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, look at here. Here's some old school. There's a 1980s Topps. Bob Sykes and Randy Johnson right there. Ooh, that's the reprint, though, but that's really cool. I love that. Shout out to Randy Johnson, man. I know there is in the Mariners, but and then Zach Green right here and rookie card. There we go. All right. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Got more, man. I'm telling you, they really hit the PC tonight. Will Vogg's in the house. Shout out to Will, man. Thanks for stopping by, Will.
Will, how you doing?
Coming to us from Charlotte, North Carolina. Will, hope it's going good at Lowe's this week. Paul Reichel of the Cleveland Indians. And then we have another Randy Johnson and Eric Maya rookie card of the Royals. All right.
Randy Johnson magnet right now.
I'm telling you. So let's open this up from the Guru. Are you ready? Let's open this up from Daryl. Huge thanks to Echo and to the Guru, Yoda Vintage Cards, and Live My Best Life at 60. Shout them out there. Channels in the description below. I know Guru's over 1K, but let's get Echo to 1K. I'm so pumped for them, man. They just recently had this giveaway, and so here's my next one. Are you ready? This is coming from the great state of New Jersey, home of Daryl. Daryl's in the chat. Thank you so much, Daryl. I won this. Y'all, if you're not subbed to Mr. 95 Cents, you better be, because every video he does, he has giveaways, y'all. Every video, he's giving away awesome cards. And I can't believe I won this card. Oh, my gosh, he included some extra stuff other than what I won. Okay, wait till you see what I won. Oh, my God, I can't believe I won this card. This is a monster card. Okay. So every week he has 3 or 4 giveaways, and good grief, I win all the time. And some awesome channels. All you gotta do is just comment, man. And I'm not commenting to try to win, to be honest with you. I'm commenting because I'm supporting Daryl, because Daryl's just the best, and he's always supporting me. And he's one of my best friends here. He comes in here and joins me all the time here on the streams, and I gotta have Daryl back real soon. Huge shout out. We got Kaylee and Jordan Squad, David in the house. All right. Let me show you what we got. Here we go. Here's a Tom Glavine Stadium Club. Oh, that's from this year's Stadium Club. Look at there, holding the ball right there. That's super cool. I love that card. And Then we have here's Ozzy Albies and Gypsy Queen. Love that. And then here's Kyle Wright. Ooh, here's Greg Maddux and Stadium Club. I love that card. Look at there. Hey, here's a player me and you, Vince, both can love. He was a Cub and a Brave.
And you know what? That's another part of my childhood where I was just like broken, crying, and I should have said, just don't be a Cubs fan. You got this great pitcher, and they just let him walk, but it was always fun, no matter what jersey he was wearing, to watch Greg Maddux pitch. The cool part was he did come back to Chicago. He got his 300th win with the Cubs, and just an awesome pitcher.
Yep, that's awesome. And then here's Ronald Acuna right there with a base. Boy, I mean, what a season he had last year. We're hoping he'll come back and have another great season. I mean, like one of the hottest players in baseball. Another day he said he wanted to be an Atlanta Brave for the rest of his career. I hope that's true. That is awesome cards. Wow. But that's not what I won. This is how awesome Daryl is. Now, Daryl sends you all these other awesome cards that you didn't even win. And these are super awesome. I mean, look at every one of them. But then this is what I won, which I haven't even showed you this. Look at this. This is, oh my gosh, I was so pumped about winning this. This guy's pretty good too. Like, I was looking up his career. Like, this is a Logan Webb auto. Now Daryl said he opened up, I think it was a hobby box of Bowman's Best, and this was one of the best cards that came out of it. And this is a 2020 Bowman's Best autograph Logan Webb right here. That's awesome, man. I mean,
that was a nice card. I feel like he gave away a really nice like Shohei that day as well, and that's a nice win.
Yeah, Daryl said that's the best card I got out of the Bowman's Best hobby box, man. What an awesome card. Thank you so much, Daryl. Man, that is a monster auto to add to my collection. I just absolutely love that card, man.
It is a rookie card. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, you'll see the I don't know if y'all can see that with the glare, because sometimes I have a glare. Yeah, there's a little bit of a glare, but up here in the top corner, you'll see the rookie card logo. Yeah, there. That's super awesome. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it here on the screen. Here's the thing: is I can't see the screen on the computer, but I'm watching it on my phone, so I'm trying to get a better view of the. Oh, that doesn't work that much better, but you'll see. It's a Logan Webb auto, man. Super awesome. Y'all probably take a picture, put it on Instagram. Y'all can see a little bit better picture of it later tonight. But what an awesome card! Thank you so much, Daryl, man. That's super awesome. And we got one more piece of mail. Huge shout out to Reese and Amazing Cards. Oh, we got two more pieces of mail. Hang on. Did I have it open Reese's mail? Oh, I didn't. Where did I put it? Well, I have to open up next week. I put it somewhere in here. I don't know what it did with it. Well, Reese, I'll open up his mail. Wow. Daryl sent me a really nice letter, too. Thank you, Daryl. I won't read it on there, but he sent me a nice letter. So guess who this is coming from? The man with me right now, Vince, in the house.
It got there safe and sound.
It got here safe and sound yesterday. Huge thanks to Vince, man. Huge shout out to the card closet in the house. Thanks for stopping by the card closet, man. Thank you so much. So I'm super pumped about this. Thank you so much, Vince. And I really, really appreciate it, man. So many awesome channels. Thank you all for wonderful generosity. And we're gonna rip this open. And I'm gonna rip this off camera so we don't show any. That's why I do it off camera, because I don't want to show any addresses or anything. Because knowing me, I used to do these mail days, and every time I do it, I would accidentally show people's addresses. So it's best if I do it off camera and then just show you the card.
For my very first, it was like an eBay thing I did, I just was holding up, wasn't even thinking, and sure enough, my address was on there, the person I bought it from was on there, and you live and learn. Yeah. But I always say, no one was watching back then, so it's me and two other people saw my address. No big deal.
Can I read the note you wrote me?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed the Dells. I showed the boys how to do the dirty bird, and they were not impressed with my moves. I'll take care of it. I love it. That's awesome.
They are never impressed with my dancing moves, that's for sure. But the kids
Oh,
should know
my
how
daughter.
to do the icky shuffle.
Oh yeah,
Dirty bird.
dirty. You know, my daughter. I started singing the other day, and every time I start singing around the house, my daughters tell me that I cannot sing. They remind me of that very regularly.
But you know what? When our kids get older, they're gonna realize just how cool we actually were. And I tell them that all the time. One day you're gonna realize, hey, your dad was pretty cool. Right now, no.
Talking about the Dirty Bird, y'all. Here's a Jamal Anderson. Thank you so much. Wow, talk about the originator of the Dirty Bird right here. Look at that. Prestige 23. Oh, I love that card, man. That is so awesome. The originator of the Dirty Bird. Oh, man, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. And then, oh, my gosh, I can't believe you sent this one card. Oh, my God. Well, all these cards. Look at that. Pound Do It for Dale. They're in the Stadium Club. I love that with the 3. Look at this one. Is this like there's 2, right? This one that's like black and white, is that like a variation?
So that's the sepia and then like a red foil. And it was crazy. I think in like back-to-back packs we got them. And I mean, you're probably the same way. Like when I pull certain players now, I think of like you for Dale Murphy, and you just like associate YouTube channels with certain players.
That's awesome. I love that. Those jerseys, they're jerseys I grew up watching as a kid. Seeing the Murph play, the red, white, and blue. America. They used to call America's team on TBS. I love that. And then there he is in the baby blue right there in the back. Oh, I love that card. Thank you so much, man. That's in March I have 3 days of the Murph where I add up all my Murphy cards. How my collection's growing, man. And this is a part of it right here. I'm going to show off all my new Murphs, and thank you so much, Vince. That's totally awesome, man. Murph collection. All y'all out on YouTube, like Vince and all y'all sent me Murphs, man. Thank you so much. My Murph collection has just like tripled because of y'all. So thank you so much. I think when I started this channel, I think I only had about 40 or 50 Murphs. I think I have like 100 now, probably 100 to 150. So thank y'all. But then look what else you sent me. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this card. Stetson Bennett Bowman U Neon Neophytes. Oh my gosh, I love this card. And the Georgia Bulldog red. Oh,
you got your Bulldogs on tonight.
Thank you, Vince. I didn't even know you were against this. I got it on for this card, man. That is awesome. I pulled one of his first Bowman, but I love this card. I love this card, man. He's not going to have much. He's had some troubles, and like he's been in rehab, I think, because of alcohol addiction.
Right.
But in Athens, Georgia, they just love him because like he won 2 national championships. Right. He doesn't need to have an NFL. He doesn't need to play an NFL game. Mm-hmm. He can get himself well and get to rehab and get back to being him, and then come back to Athens and come back to Georgia, and he can be a celebrity for the rest of his life.
Oh, for sure, winning the national championships, definitely.
If you'll be bigger than any NFL player, any Falcons player ever, about winning what he's done. I mean, and he's just Georgia. People are just all across the state. We love our dogs, so that is super awesome. Man, so many awesome cards tonight, y'all. Wow. Woo. Man. Thank you, Vince.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fire, man. Man, I don't know. So much awesome stuff. I want to thank all the channels that sent me stuff. Echo, Guru, Daryl, Vince. And Amazing Cars. I was going to open up some from him, but I misplaced it. So, Reese, I will open it up next week. Or the week after, if I can find it. I had it right here. I was going to open it for him tonight, but I don't know where I put it. But thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate it. So you ready? We got to still rip 7 packs, Vince. Are you hanging on in there? How you doing?
You know what? Okay. I actually went to our dollar stores here. They never have cards. They didn't have them either. So I wanted to rip with you today, but I'm going to have to live through you. Let's get a CJ Stroud.
Hey, let's go. We got David Montgomery right here. I pulled his rookie card last week.
Oh, a Bear card. Yeah, Bears. Yep.
Yeah, I was super pumped when he's on the Bears. Here's a Bear, Daryl Mooney right here. We got Damian Pierce, Bijan Robinson. There we go. That's a good rookie. And then our yellow is Andy Dalton. But you know what? I'll take that pack right there. Pull a Bijan. Ooh, I need to get a sleeve for Bijan. Let me get the sleeves real quick.
My oldest son, Graham, he likes Bijan. He's been kind of collecting his cards a little bit. He's got a nice little collection going.
Well, Bijan this week said that he wants to run 2,000 miles this 2,000 miles. He wants to run 2,000 yards this year.
Oh,
That's
really? Oh, man.
So I'm going to sleeve him up so before he runs his 2,000 yards this year.
What was that?
Another good rookie.
What was the guy on the Tennessee Titans that ran? They had a 2,000-yard season. Chris, what was his last name?
Chris
Johnson? Chris Johnson?
I can't remember.
Is that it? Sometimes I just like blank on stuff. There are like certain things I remember clear as day, and other things I'm like, I don't know. I'm just making it up.
23 Munch in the house. Hey, 23 Munch. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. 23 Munch is part of the Spine Tigs train on Saturday night. Y'all go watch 23 Munch. Every Saturday night, man. He's a great artist. He loves comic book heroes. He loves sports cards. I love jumping on his chat every Saturday night. It's part of that train with Brian Basketball, all the great channels, Boyd, all the great ones. Y'all go jump on that train. Deshaun Watson. He comes from Gainesville, Georgia right here. We have Geno Smith for Seattle. Kenny Pickett. Shout out Zach's collection right here in his Pittsburgh Steelers. And Darren Thompson Robinson is our rated rookie. And our yellow is, we did get a rated rookie, though. Dwayne McBride for the Vikings. Hey, that's not bad. Hey, rated rookie yellow. Yellows are like, if you pull a good player in yellows, they got a good value to it. A rated rookie yellow, that's not bad. I'll take it. Hey, for $1 a pack.
Oh, you can't go wrong. I actually pulled an auto of that Dorian Thompson Robinson, so I'm always pulling for him. You know, once I get a good card from someone, I'm always in their corner forever.
Definitely. Yeah, you like Logan Webb now. I'm going to really be watching him this year now that I have his auto, you know?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Here's our first card. Daniel Carlson. I think that's a kicker. Zach Ertz. Let's see. Darius Slay. And our rated rookie is Kenny McIntosh of the Seahawks. And our yellow is Danielle Hunter. All right. Yeah, I'll we scrapped some aluminum cans to get these cards. So, I mean, like, it's a win. And I tried to find some more change in my car. I'll say this. I went back into one last week, and I got 2 more packs with change out of my car. I just love these, especially vivid yellows and stuff. Okay.
And it's hard to get change these days since, like, no one seems to have cash anymore. It's always like credit cards and everything. I do use cash for a lot, but
Daniel Carson is a War Eagle. He must be an Auburn War Eagle. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Darius Slayton. Jamison Winston. There's a Florida State Seminole. Here we go. Jeremy Hughes for the Texans. Our rated rookie is Chase Brown of the Bengals. And our yellow. Oh, we got a yellow rated rookie. Deuce Vaughn. There you go. Okay.
I think they were pretty high on him in the preseason, but just never got the snaps behind Tony Pollard.
Oh, yeah. Tony Pollard had a good year. Okay, here we go. We're going on to our next one.
Come on, CJ. Where are you?
Where are you, CJ? All right, we got Quinnen Williams. Eddie Jackson for the Bears. Oh, I forgot you're a Green Bay fan.
There's no Packers yet either. Come on. Let's get a Packer, a CJ. Oh, there's Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron right there.
Oh, man. Daryl's going to be mad now.
Yep. Man, it's interesting to see him in a Jets uniform. Just always seeing him in a Packers jersey. Here you go. Zay Flowers as our rated rookie right there.
Zach, could you actually hold that Aaron Rodgers up one more time?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's longer than Aaron Rodgers lasted in a game on the field. So that was the most I've seen him all year long. Thanks, buddy.
I love it. I love it. There's Zay Flowers, our rated rookie. And
That's a good rookie, Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I'll put that in the good pile. And first when I saw Josh Allen, because you see what the yellow is, I thought it was Josh Allen for the Bills and the yellow, and then it's Josh Allen the Jaguars. It tricked me.
I have made that mistake many a times.
Wrong Josh Allen.
Get all excited.
I tell you this, we pulled a Bijan, so that makes me happy tonight. Whatever we get out of these other packs, I'm fine. Oh, we do got an awesome rated rookie coming up in the yellow. This guy's a Georgia Bulldog. Okay. Denzel Mims, Christian Wilkins for the Miami Dolphins, Stephon Diggs for the Bills, and who's our rated rookie? Anton Harrison. But look who we got in the yellow. We got a great Georgia Bulldog, and this guy also was like defensive rookie of the year, I think. Jalen Carter right here in the yellow. I love that. I got to sleeve that up.
Now, he was on one of the national championship teams, right? Or
yes,
is he on both?
Yes. He was on. Okay. That's what I thought. He was on both. He had a great career at Georgia, and he got into a little bit. There was there was an incident that occurred after the national championship game where another player was killed with an athletic trainer. But he was involved. He wasn't involved, but there were some issues with it, and it's good. I was hoping to go Falcons. We kind of needed a new start with Philadelphia. That's awesome, man. I love that card. I'm pulling for him. Have a great career. And it wasn't his fault. It was that's awesome. I've got two great rated rookies tonight in the yellows. I'll take, and also getting Bijan, man. I'll take that.
It's always good to get the hometown guy. Daryl said that Aaron Rodgers made $5 million a minute. Sign me up for that kind of work.
That's right. There's Malik Willis for Kaylee and Jordan Squad's Tennessee Titans right there. And then we have Khalil Mack. We have Micah Parsons. And Tyree Wilson is our rated rookie. And our yellow is Jeffrey Simmons for Kaylee and Jordan Squad's Tennessee Titans. All right. I think that's it.
You didn't get any Packers, did you? Huh.
I got no Packers tonight. No. Oh, wait. Do I have one more pack? Let's see. No, I think that's it. But overall, pretty good. I mean, look, I was pleased with what we got. We got some let's see, we got go through the hits of the night. Let me go through. We get this is the compound. We got a yellow Deuce Vaughn. That was cool. Dwayne McBride in the yellow. Bijan was our big hit tonight. So I was pretty good. I was pleased with that. Pretty good. I mean, look, to get a Stroud, you had to pull a ton of packs, I'm sure,
right.
You know? So,
and you know what? I go downtown hunting every Friday, and I'm over. I'll open up 2 or 3 packs. Usually it's been 2 of late here, and I have gotten 0. I think only 1 Stroud so far this year, so I feel like, it is a little bit harder to get him.
Yep. So that was pretty good. I mean, what an awesome night of cards, man. I got a big little stack. I need to put this stack together. Wow, so many great cards, y'all. Good grief. I don't even know where to start. Man, what a night. I got some sorting to do.
That's always fun and relaxing.
Yeah, definitely. What I do is when I rip, I have this pile, and it just kind of builds up, and then when it gets annoying that the pile gets too large and gets in my way, then I start sorting it. So, I mean, because some nights, we go late into the evening sometimes on these streams, and so I'm like, hey, let me change back to my regular settings and get Vince back on here. Let's see here. We'll go to Dale. There we are. I'm gonna exit solo. There we go. All right. I'm gonna come back over here where I was. But so I get this stack, and then what I do is I'll come back like on the weekend or like a night I'm not working on any videos, like a Friday night or Saturday night, and watching y'all's videos, and then I'll start sorting them.
I usually on Saturday and Sunday, I'll wake up pretty early, make some coffee. I'll come down here and sort cards. Sometimes Graham will come down here and do some with me. Everything's fine until you get to some of the Chrome cards. And I've got something here. Where's it at? There's some of the Bowman U football. These cards are bent like Pringles pretty much.
Oh, mine were like that too. When I got mine, all mine were bent like that too. They were kind of like in a little curve, like a little
yes.
bent. Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they are, but the crazy.
I noticed that a lot with a lot of Chrome cards. Even with Panini, sometimes I'll find that with some of their Chromey type Prism cards. Sometimes they'll have a little bit of arc, and I always fix that. I just put that in a top loader, and sometimes
yes,
straighten the stuff out.
But I've been opening. I had some 2016 Donruss Optic, and those are flat as can be. And the ones I didn't top load still have like zero curve. So I don't know what they're making the cards out of now or what the deal is, but the ones the past couple of years, like as soon as they're out in the air or something, they just get this curve to them. It's kind of disappointing actually, but it is what it is.
Yeah. The good thing is it's fixable. That's the thing. If it was when you get scratches and you get dents, then it's like, oh,
for sure, right?
Look what Kevin said. He's opened 2 full cases, 48 packs, and got 1 Stroud base.
Really?
$50 packs, yeah. So, yeah.
So, do you feel like they just I don't know. Like, do they put less of him in there knowing that he's going to be a really good player, or is it just?
I got a feeling they do. I think they do that definitely with Wemby and some of these others. And I bet you they'll do that with Dar because they're not going to like throw them all in the packs,
right?
I was thinking about Wemby. I think the best way. I've been looking at some videos, and I think one of the best ways to get a Wemby, if you're going to pull it out of a pack, would be out of Prism Monopoly. And the reason why, because it's a shorter checklist. And I've just seen some of the videos I've seen of the Prism Monopoly. I've seen a lot more Wembys being pulled out than regular base Prism, I'm sure the base Prism goes for a lot more than Monopoly Prism. I haven't looked it up, but I still think, that might be your best odds of pulling a Wemby if you're looking for them out there on the hunt.
Now, you pulled a monster out of Monopoly last year. Are you going to get some more this year?
The thing was last week, it was crazy. Okay. So last Friday, I went to Target and I go in there, and it's weird because I usually can't get down there Friday, but my daughter had a doctor's appointment down where the Target was. So I was there. So I get my daughter, I go, come on, we're going to go film some shorts in the toy aisle, and we're going to go check out the sports cars and do a sports car video. So we go in there, and it's a pretty good fresh restock. In fact, here's the funny thing. Back in the day, I used to camp out in front of Target, during the COVID. And I would get like 2:00 in the morning, camp out there. It's funny. One of the guys that I camped out there showed up at that restock, was there at the Target. And I guess he was hitting the restock, right? So he's walking out and he yells, "Hey, there's Mr. YouTube Zach. How you doing?" And I was like, "Hey, he's subscribed, so if he's watching out there, hey man." And he's like, "Hey," when I'm in there filming, the sports card out. And so I took the hamster. I said, "Hamster, let's go back to the back and check the toys. Let's go do some shorts." And I'm always checking the game. I don't know. I knew Prism Monopoly was coming out. And I go in the back there, and there it was. It was a fresh restock of Prism Monopoly, and it was packed. No one had bought a single one of them. The boosters were all. I mean, you watch my video, y'all. It looked like nobody had even bought a booster yet, and they had all the games and everything. And I was like, man, I just hit jackpot. But the thing was, I had already bought the regular base Prism basketball, and I kind of Paw Patrol, Barry. Yeah, that's right. Y'all, Paw Patrol is killing it on my shorts. Shout out to Paw Patrol, man. And but I really kind of regret. Sometimes I don't have many regrets, but I kind of regret I didn't get one. But I can still get it online, so I may go back and buy it online. But I really loved it last year. But the problem you had last year is it was a hit or miss. You could the way they had the box last year. What people were doing is that they were buying it. They were putting like junk wax in there, then taking it back, and people were buying it. And because it was a game, they don't let you take trading cards back, but they let you take games. So what they did this year is they did it right. They made it like a sealed blaster box, and that you're not going to have that problem this year. I think they heard the complaint from last year, and so but I think the checklist is smaller in Prism Monopoly. And you can pull some cool numbered cards out of Prism Monopoly. I've watched a couple of videos here on YouTube of some people pulling some great stuff out of there. But you also see a lot of you see a lot more hits in the Prism Monopoly than you do in the regular Prism base. But man, if you can pull that Wimby out of a regular Prism blaster, whew, that's good stuff right there, Let's see.
Yeah, I have not bought any basketball yet. At some point need to take my chance, at least on one blaster, but just waiting for the right moment or for the Bulls to get good again. And I don't know which is going to happen first. Probably find the blaster.
I feel the same way about my line of Hawks, so I feel you pain. You see, Kevin did say that he got 3 Anthony Richardsons and 2 Pukas that sold for close to $20 each. That paid for the cases.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Those yellows, if you can pull a good card out of those yellows, they got some good value to them, y'all. The yellows are always got some good. That's why I like the dollar packs, because there is a good hit potential. I mean, and they do have autos in there. Out of the family dollar packs this year, they brought them back, so that's a good. Look at this. Kevin says he sold a Will Levis for $9 yellow. I spent on those dollar packs and have plenty left. Man, that's awesome. Kevin does a lot of great sales on eBay. He sells a lot of good cards on there.
Do you sell much on eBay?
I do. I don't sell a lot. I'm trying to work on. I have about 105 cards, but most of my cards are like less than $5.
Okay.
I sell a lot of the $1, $2. Well, I usually have a lot of $1.70 cards, that pays for the stamp and a free shipping.
Right.
But I have been pondering the idea. I watch a lot of the 1 Million Cubs Project channel.
Sure, right.
Oh yeah, I do. Yep. And I've seen I'm in his Facebook group, and a guy was talking about how he does a lot of bulk selling, where he'll sell like 100 cards for like $39, $49.99 with free shipping. Mm-hmm. And he was selling he said he sold like $5,000-$10,000 this year off doing that. I've considered kind of doing something with that, with all these $1 cards and putting them in like a bulk, like a football lot or a baseball lot, and doing that. But I don't sell if I only sell cards that I have, like, let's say I have 5 Therese Maxey cards, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Well, why do I need 5 Therese Maxey cards? He's not a player that I personally collect, so he's not like, if I get a Cal Ripken or a Mark McGuire or a Ken Griffey Jr., those are going to the PC, right? Mm-hmm. But Therese Maxey is not because that's players I grew up collecting as a kid, But, some of these guys I'm not, like, I'll keep like his more valuable one, but maybe sell like one. Like the other day I sell Pokemon cards. I'm not a Pokemon collector. My daughters love Pokemon. But I pulled this neon gold short print card, and I sold it for like $15 the other day on eBay. And I was like, well, it's great, because that's not something I collect. I'm more of a sports card collector.
Right.
My daughters, but that's not that's like not my favorite, So stuff like that, I have sold seal wax before, back during COVID. I don't collect UFC. So I was at Walmart. I hit a Prism drop of sports cards, and they had Prism the first year of UFC Prism, man, and I sold that thing for like $80 on eBay.
Oh, really? That's nice little profit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nowhere near that value, but the sports, I kept, I ripped the basketball and the stuff that I like collecting, but I'm not a UFC collector, so but it's something I like.
Sometimes I'll take, if I have a bunch of one player, just make a player lot and just try to sell, a handful of the players for, and they're mostly just $1, $2 cards, like you're saying. During COVID though, I started selling a lot of clothes that was in good shape and just different stuff around the house. And it was crazy how much I was actually selling and decluttering the house. It was actually pretty nice. And I haven't done as much with the sports cards. It's just, with the boys also collecting, they want to have it, or I have it in my PC, or I will trade with some people a little bit also. So I kind of just here and there a little bit, but I do watch 1 Million Cubs project, and I'm on that Facebook group also. What some make, I mean, they probably have to spend money to get that as well. But like going back to the Goodwill lots, people buy those and make like really good money off of them. So
yeah. Well, Bo does that.
There.
He does that, and I do that sometimes when I get let's say I had a friend of mine. He gave me a box of ton of stuff. Like it was like a bunch of vintage, like 1979 tops, 80 tops. And I went through it and I found like a ton of doubles and triples. And like I don't need like 2 or 3 of these guys from 1979. I could sell 1 or 2 of those, right? And just sell it in a big bulk lot. And I'm not a set collector, so if I keep a lot of these cards. I keep them for TTMs or just to have in my collection. So I'm really thinking more and more of kind of slimming down my collection because I have so much commons. Like in my closet right here, I'm starting to lose. I'm starting to not have enough room for all my commons. Right. Because I have every card from my childhood. My parents saved every single baseball card from my childhood. And so I have every card from my childhood, plus the stuff I've been ripping for the last 3 or 4 years. So I have a stack in here, but then down in my studio in the basement, I have another stack growing down there. And then people give me stuff. Like I was at the farmer's market. One of my friends gave me like bunches and bunches of junk wags and stuff. And I'm like, I'm at the point now where I'm having to like say, hey, I have enough 91 flair.
Right.
I don't need it.
It's hard to say no, but like there's only so much space that you have for all of this stuff, and it's hard. Random Risk was talking about how like Grateful Dead and like concert posters and everything. I've worked some of the concerts at Wrigley, and those posters are like no deal. There's some people that will have a concert ticket. They will go in and buy maybe like 100 posters and then just leave. They will never even like go to the concert. They'll just start selling them on like eBay and everything. And I think who was it? It was really big. There was like some pretty good shows at Rig. Maybe Bruce Springsteen, I think, was one of them. Fish was another. Like people love the movie posters.
What is your most common? Well, I don't know. I probably would say, I have a lot of 86 tops commons. Back in the 80s, I would go into no, you know what? Now I think about it, I probably have more 91 Donruss than I have any common card of all. I bought a lot. I used to go down this in Stone Mountain, Georgia, near where I grew up. We had this Sam's Wholesale, and they would literally have piles of pallets of 91 Donruss, and I would go in there and buy like a box for $10, tons of boxes. I'd rip that stuff left and right. Here he is. Look who just joined us in the chat. There he is. Lively.
Oh, there we go.
Man. Hey, man.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, so pumped to have Lively. Man, I was just, we were talking earlier. Lively and Vince were here with me back in the fall, and man, what a great channel. Lively's back making videos again. I'm so pumped. I've been watching his videos. Oh, y'all got it. If you're not subscribed to Lively, get over there and jump on his bus. Really appreciate him stopping by here in the chat, man. One of the greatest collectors, one of the greatest sports card hunters out there on YouTube. That night where you and Lively joined me was one of my favorite streams. Even though I had all these technical difficulties, that was one of my favorite streams. So, really,
and
really
I was liking his golf videos that he was doing also. So hopefully he can do both of them. And I actually saw where Live Golf is hooked up with Panini, and they're going to do Live golf cards now as well.
I saw that today. Yeah, they're going to be making the and they're going to have the logo. So they have the logos on them. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, thank you, man.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. A fun night. That was definitely fun.
That was awesome. I feel like I've gotten a little bit better with my technical stuff. Here's the one thing. I'm right next to my Wi-Fi now. When I did that video, I was down in my basement where the Wi-Fi was below it, and here, and and also I got a brand new computer too, where I have a little bit better signal, which has helped me a lot. Yeah. It finally broke 100, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
There you go. Awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
It's that short game telling you. Chipping and putting saves off a lot of strokes right away. Are you a golfer, Zach?
I played a little in college, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I took a golf class in college, and we're the college I work at now, and we used to have like a little field where we drove golf balls, and then we go and play. We had these little 9-hole courses. Now there's a lot of places near me that, well, I have a 10-acre farm where I can hit golf clubs, golf balls. You know, I have my farm. Have you ever seen our video where I do rip packs out in the sunflower fields?
Yes,
You know,
yep. Oh, yeah.
you can go out and drive golf balls out there. In fact, my neighbor, I would be out working the farm, and he'd be driving golf balls out into the fields. I'd be out there, and I'm out there. I find a lot of golf balls too. That
the shell on your tractor there.
Yeah, he passed away just recently, and so I find his golf balls all across my field. And I kind of feel like they're in memory of him. You know,
right, yeah,
he was an elderly fella, and he loved to play. But I tell you this, man, I wish I'm starting to get a little arthritis in my arms, and you know, working out at the farm, I work full time at the college and working at the farm. I just don't have the physical strength like I used to do. I need to get back getting more exercise and stuff, but my arms are just so worn down from you know, I mow grass during the day, I weed eat and edge, and then I come out and harvest sunflowers, and by the time I do that, I'm just like, you know, so I just don't have the
without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
But man, I love playing
workout every day though.
Yeah. I need to get back running more. That's something I used to run the Peachtree Road Race here in Atlanta on the 4th of July. And running, I need to get back running more. I love doing 5Ks, and it helped keep my weight down and stuff, you know. But I love golf. I love watching the Masters, you know, that's here in Augusta. That's you know, that's I've been to Augusta a lot, and you know, I love watching the Masters. That's my favorite golf tournament of the year.
When I see that, go ahead, Vince. When I see that first like Masters commercial during the NFL playoffs, like I start to get a little excited for golf season. And usually around like March, I start thinking golf a lot. We're in the classroom. I'll be kind of like swinging a golf club a little bit. The kid's like, "What are you doing?" And I'll even like, you know, see things at school. I'm like, I bet I could hit a ball between that kid and that kid there and like make it hook around over there. You just get golf on the mind. Like being here in the Midwest, I mean, it has not snowed a whole lot, but it's still cold. You can't golf. Like I am ready to play golf. Like I just can't wait any longer. Probably another like month and a half, but the season is coming up pretty soon here.
Yep. Man, nothing beats an Easter dinner. You know, you eat Easter dinner and you lay down after eating that big meal, and sometimes the Masters will be on. You get on that couch and watch the Masters, and it's just one of my favorite tournaments. I'm always watch the Masters, and sometimes I'll watch the other. Sometimes the summer is so much to watch on the weekends. I sometimes miss the golf, but I do love to watch golf, and I like to go out and swing the clubs, like you said. You know, go out there. Well, Lively says, "Do I sell the sunflower seeds?" Yes, sometimes I do. I have about 10 buckets downstairs in my studio. I have about 10 buckets of sunflowers. Full of those Home Depot buckets that I plant out my farm. Starting in April, I'll put my first field out, and then I plant them every 3 weeks all the way to about the 4th of July, and then I take them out and sell them at the farmers markets in Atlanta. Hey, tune in to Zach the Gardener Farmer YouTube channel. You can see what I'm growing. Give a plug out there for my gardening channel. Loop 19 Sports Cards in the house, man. Hey, man. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Luke has got a great channel. I really appreciate it, man. What does Lively say? When I get better, I'm going to play around at Pebble Beach. Wow,
that's a pretty penny to play there. It's like, I think it might be $1,000 or close to it, maybe. And it's just it's expensive. I have never played there before, but just watching on TV, it's so beautiful. It's one of those like bucket list things for sure.
Does my sunflower seeds come with baseball cards? No. You know what? Here's the thing. Tune in Berry this summer. And if you go back and watch some of my previous live streams here on 3 Pack Thursday, every summer we go live from the sunflower fields and we rip packs. And it's one of my favorite streams of the year. We do every summer. About the time my sunflowers are at peak bloom, I do a live stream where I give a special tour through the sunflower fields. And then we rip packs right there in the middle of the sunflower fields. I've done them out in my potato fields. I think I'm going to do a live stream probably in April in my greenhouse where I'm going to have a 3 Pack Thursday live from the greenhouse. and I'll give you all a little bit of tour of all the stuff I'm growing in my greenhouse. I have 3,000 plants that came in the mail today, plugs that I'm going to be planting this weekend in my greenhouse. So stay tuned. Right here on 3-Pack Thursday, we'll be live from the greenhouse this spring. Not growing potatoes this year because I got a lot of things going on, but we are growing a lot of sunflowers this year. Last year we went live from the potato fields, and that was fun. But
so, what VR did you do from the sunflower field this year? Which one was that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. In fact, the Allen and Ginner packs that I'm going to open next week are packs from the Passionate Pack Rat.
That's right.
He had a VR where you do open up packs from unusual places, and mine was from sunflower fields, and I won. Me and 3 good nerds won. Justin did, and we won a ton of packs. And in fact, I kept all the Allen and Ginner because I was getting ready for the Julie Farnham for the Pools Allen and Ginner hunt. So I've been saving them up for that. I know. I can't wait. Last night I bought that Fanatics exclusive blaster of Series 1. And in fact, I just checked my email. It shipped just a few minutes ago. So I'm super pumped about ripping that. And spring training is here, man. You get pumped about baseball this time of the year.
Now I did, and I think we talked about this earlier off camera, but when I came home, Jax was watching the baseball game, Dodgers versus Padres. It didn't look too good for the Padres there, just spring training game number 1, but the Dodgers could be a problem this year, I think.
Oh yeah.
We're not on a limb there or anything, but
yeah. And they're going to be loaded this year. They're going to. Y'all better look out. Freddie Freeman, Ohtani, all those great players. They're going to be ready to go. Oh, look who just joined us, man! I haven't seen this guy in forever. Oh, this is my bro Hector, man. X-Ray Hat Collectibles, man. I'm pulling for you, Hector. I'm so glad to see you back here on the Instagram and YouTube, man. We need you, and we're super pumped about having you back here. Appreciate Hector stopping by. But Hector's my bro, man, and I'm so glad to see him back. The Dodgers are the Avengers. That's right. They are going to be good. Yeah, everybody's shouting out Hector. So good to see Hector. Hector's one of our bros, and so good to see him back here with us. It's like long-lost friends coming back, and we're always welcome them whenever they come back. Astros Braves World Series. You heard it here first. Is Barry. I don't know. Who knows, man? I hope so.
I keep saying the Cubs, but by now, like I'm a total homer. I'm never, ashamed. But I say, now's not the time to think rationally. Like the season's about to begin. You got to be all Cubs. If you want my serious predictions, you had to ask me a month ago. And I would have told you probably another team than the Cubs.
Orioles Braves says Lively. Yeah. I mean, Orioles are going to be loaded this year with Adley and Gunner and there's another
Corbin Burns as well, right?
Corbin Burns. I forgot they just signed Corbin Burns. Man, they are going to be loaded. And that's what they needed was pitching. So, wow. Yeah. Look out. Orioles are a team to look out for this year. All right, so this is what Lively says. That's the Lively Vince Dream World Series right there.
We'll have to do if that happens, we'll have to do a live stream together during each one of the games and just do our own broadcasting.
Yeah, whew, y'all got to do some kind of contest like on YouTube if that happens. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, look, as a Braves fan, I think they got a good team. I'm excited about Chris Sale. I hope maybe he can come back and have a great career. Back pitching with the Braves, and we needed some pitching, so that's good. We have everybody back: Acuna, Olsen. All our hitters are going to be healthy and ready to play. So, our pitching is what I worry about as a Braves fan. So, let's see what they do. I mean, Dodgers are going to be great. Look, hey, I'm not. Oh, look, it just stopped by. Man, get all these awesome people here in the car community stop by. Vincent,
basketball. There you go.
Brian, basketball. There is that Saturday night train. Brian was here last week, man. He had that toot, and he was whistling every time we shot. It was such an awesome stream. I had a great time last night with Brian, man. It's so fun to have Brian back here on the channel last week. Y'all haven't seen that video. Y'all go back and check it out. It was just one of the awesome nights here on YouTube. Every one of these Thursday nights are just awesome when y'all come stop by. There he is, Brian Toot. What does that say? Hey, Thanks for yeah. Y'all stay tuned. We'll go live on the sunflower farm a few times this summer. At Zach's farm. Go live out there and do some live streams. Looking forward to doing that. That's always fun, man. I love going out there and showing y'all what's going on at the farm. Looking forward to a good year for sure. Yeah, I just my barn got hit by a tornado last summer, and I was in the middle of the tornado when it hit, and it blew my barn doors out. And I finally got my new barn doors this week. I'm really excited about that.
Oh man. I remember you talking about that. That was just crazy.
Wow. Tornado came through, and I'm watching it come straight toward me, and I go hide in the bathroom, and I thought that barn was going to collapse on me. And it was great. Luckily, everything was okay, but it's taken me almost several months to get the doors replaced. But I got them in yesterday. I unloaded them off the truck, and Hector remembers the tornado. Yeah. In fact, I've done a live stream with Hector where I gave him Hector went live, and I took him out. I was out at the farm, and I gave him a tour out there at the farm one time. That's awesome, man. Somebody awesome. Yeah, it was a while, but finally I've got the greenhouse repaired, and now I've just got these barn doors, and I'll be fully recovered from them. In fact, you might see a video from Zach the Gardener Farmer on his channel on all my recovery efforts at the farm. So stay tuned to that as well. Nice. So Vince, we'll probably wrap it up here. You got to go to school tomorrow morning. Well, you are an hour behind me, so at least it's 10:17 there, right?
It is. And you know what? And I was telling you before, like within the neighborhood, I'm known as like the most functional and responsible adult when the daylight is on. Like once the street lights go on, I'm like worthless. But yep. I actually took a little nap after dinner today to make sure I was prepared for this. And I'm so excited to be here. Like every Thursday, just be in the chat, like hanging out. I look forward to it. And I told you before, even driving home from Cubs games during the summertime, and it was Thursday, I would turn you on instead of the radio. You're better than anything that is out there on sports. One thing is I can't text and drive, with the chat and everything, but just listening to the conversation and everything, you're awesome. So I really appreciate you having me on today.
That's really honor, man. Well, that's man. Thank you, Vince. That's very kind of you. And I do that here with a lot of my YouTube friends. When I'm in the car, I get in trouble because my daughters are always giving me a hard time because I'm watching YouTube while driving in the car. But I at least listen. And I've got my daughters get so mad at me with the phone on, the videos of YouTube. So what I've had to do is turn the phone around so I just listen to it, while I'm riding in the car, so they know I'm not looking at the phone. But I am listening to y'all's videos all through, in the morning to school and to work. I'm love
the same way. Just get a few minutes free, just kind of listen to a few, and sometimes even like working out and stuff like that, I'll put it on a little bit. And
especially the streams that go late. A lot of my friends out there on the West Coast kind of go late, and I miss their streams, so I'll have to rewatch them in the morning time because I wasn't there, in the evening time, like Rex and some of my other friends, and so I try to go back and catch them on the replay a lot of times. And there are some channels that drop more. You ever watch Grizzo's Cards? Grizzo drops a video. He's got a great channel, man. He rips a lot of great stuff at about 7:30. So I love to watch Grizzo because he rips like a blast or something new every day.
And that is my prime time. Like I am walking the dog when Grizzo's Cards comes on, and usually Titus is the first one to comment, and I'm the second one. Like if it's early in the day, I am like ready to go. I have like the 1 Million Cups project on as well. And it might have been not this President's Day, but one of the other days we had off. And he will swear once in a while, that's whatever people want to do, that's fine. But my kids always like laugh when it happens. Mm-hmm. So what are you gonna do? I was like listening to you and just always family friendly. I can have it on like when they're in the car with me or whatever. So
I have to stay family friendly because my daughters watch the videos. So if there's ever a bad word said on this channel, I hear it from them on the ride to school the next day. Right. I have to I'm trying to get I've had people out here. They're like, Zach, why is that? Because look, I mean, the hamster, if there's one bad word said on this channel, I'll hear it the whole ride to school the next day. She'll Zach, that was a bad word. So I'll hear it.
They're always watching, and they do what they see us do. So that's always good.
Yes, I have to. I did on mainstream. I showed a card that maybe not been PG, but that was because it was an accident. Okay, so here's the thing: my parents, when I was young, they went to Durham, North Carolina, right? And you know the movie Bull Durham
Sure,
with Kevin.
right.
Okay, well they came out with a card set, and it was in a pack. And my parents brought it to me when I was a kid, and they said, "Here you go, Zach. We know you love baseball cards. Here's a pack of the Bull Durham movie baseball cards." Well, my parents didn't know there was a card in there that probably was not PG, and they didn't know it at the time. And when I opened the pack up, I was like, "Mom, Dad," I didn't tell them, but I was like, "Oh my gosh,
Right.
this is not PG, Mom." And I want to say that, but I kept the card the whole time, and I still have it in my collection as a remembrance of that crazy time when I opened that pack up. And I thought it was crazy. Hey, here you go. Hector gave us a shout out to the hamster. Yeah, don't show it again, Zach. I know it was a wild night on Main Street. Look, Main Street goes at 10:30 p.m. delayed evening. That's about the most non-PG thing you'll see here on with me on the channel. But I try to keep my language clean and everything. Oh, here you go. Here's a great guy. Keith at Firebox Breaks, y'all. Y'all go jump on his channel. He made his first face reveal right here on this channel, and I'm really appreciative. Keith, great hockey collector, one of the great collectors here in this community. Man, I'm super pumped. Oh, yeah. Oh, stop by tonight after my stream. Barrett is going live. Go jump on his bus and watch his live stream. And we better kind of wrap it up so Barrett can go live. He's out there in Seattle, Washington, and we'll probably wrap it up so Barrett can go live. Sorry, Barrett. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of wrap it up. Vince, you want to tell everybody what you got coming up on the channel? And looking forward to checking it out.
Tomorrow, Friday, we're going downtown hunting. I'm over, and my students actually love it. They kind of ask, my former ones, did you get one today? And I'll say no, and they'll kind of laugh at it because they like getting the other cards in there. But check it out. But if you want to, every Monday, I will do a lesson plan for the week. So I'll let you know what cards I'll be opening each day of the week. If something piques your interest, come on and join us. We'll love to have you in. We're over 500 subs.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I am thinking of a giveaway.
I think you were at 200 or 300 when you came here last time. So that's
yes. And
that's awesome.
And my wife said that no one's going to watch you. And that's when I took her phone when she wasn't looking, and I made her my first subscriber. So I had at least one person on there, but it's just been a blast. And my kids were trying to get me to do this YouTube channel for a while, and I wish I would have done it maybe a little bit sooner. But just meeting great people like yourself and all these people in the chat, it's a pleasure for sure. So come out, tomorrow during my lunch break. Downtown hunt. If not, check us out on Monday, see what the lesson plan is and what we'll be opening during the week.
That's awesome. Yeah, y'all tune in. Sports Card Rip Teacher, like I say, he's got a great channel, good family channel. I watched him with his boys go get their buybacks, and you could tell they were having a fun time sports card hunting. That's what it's all about. I grew up as a kid in the 80s going to Atlanta baseball cards and comics and my LCS as a kid, and that's where the love of the hobby. I said this in my video when I got my box there. It started for me, and I love seeing that with your boys and getting them excited about the hobby. They could be big collectors down the road, having those great times with their dad. My dad wasn't a big baseball card collector, but he took me out to those local card shops all the time. I was dragging him out there. I'm still trying to drag him out to baseball cards, and he's 80 baseball card shops, and he's 80 years old now. So.
Last year in Florida, my dad opened a few packs with us.
Oh, I saw that video. That was awesome. Yeah.
And he was just like manhandling the cards. So like after that video, Graham told him, you got to take it easy with the cards. You can't be, dinging the corners or whatever. And so he did better in the next video, but it was just fun. He is pretty knowledgeable about, certain players from eras, and he liked talking about it, like enjoyed it with the kids. He was shocked by the prices though. Graham and Jax took my mom and him to our hobby shop, and he thought it was like $7 for the whole box. It was like $7 for 8-pack, and just obviously times have changed and everything, but it was fun to do it with him, something we share together. And I just remember like doing stuff with my parents, how much I enjoyed it. So I try to do things that my boys also enjoy doing with me. So hopefully one day down the road, they have their own kids and they're like, hey, you know, dad always did this stuff with us. Like, let's do things with our own kids. So I'm hoping that, you know, they remember these times, and I'm sure you're the same way with your children as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I do that as well with my daughters, and I hope I feel the same way, you know. That's awesome. And, you know, we're carrying on the hobby after we're gone. They're going to, you know, I have some cards that I'm going to leave to them. I've already showed them. I said, look, when I pass away, I have 2 of this card. You're getting one and you're getting the other one.
There you go. Perfect.
Do whatever you want with them once I die.
It's equal.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I want to wrap this up, and I want to thank Vince for coming on here. I like to have Vince, but I'm going to have Vince back here if he wants to come back again real soon.
Definitely. Definitely.
And I'm honored. I'm really glad that I gave Vince his own night, because Lively was awesome, but I wanted to have Vince back and give him his own show because he deserves it, man. And if you're not subscribed to Vince, subscribe in the description below, in the title below, and let's get him to 1K, man. Next time he comes back here, I want to see him having his 1K celebration, and we're going to get him there this year. And
sounds good.
I want to keep his growth going and keep him here on the YouTube. And he makes great content, awesome family channel, and he's one of the great people. And I call him a friend here on the YouTube, like all y'all are. And sometimes friends come and go. And Hector, you know, it's been a while, been gone. He comes back, and that's all. We need breaks sometimes. Sometimes we have to step away and take a break. Sometimes we come back, and I'm always glad to see, or always welcoming back whenever you come back, and it's super awesome. So y'all tune in to Aloha Friday tomorrow night with Aaron, and then also right after my stream, Barrett Bayhurst is going live. Go over there. Let's jump over on his live stream, say hey to Barrett and support him. He's a great guy. And I need to get Barrett. Barrett, you got to come on the stream, man. I need to have you on here real soon. Stay tuned next week, y'all. We are going to have Don't Talk to Robots, Doug. We're going to rip either some Series 1 or some Allen and Ginter. And then Friday night, we're going live for the Spinach Goose CN Tower Hunt. I'm so pumped. So y'all tune into that. So thank y'all for watching, y'all. We've been going almost 2 hours, Vince. Good grief.
And I'm still awake. A miracle.
What a night.
Everyone have a good night. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you. He's got to get to school. I got to get to work. We're out. Thank y'all.